Well, good morning, everybody. We are Robert and Lauren Laird, and we're from here in Garden Grove, California, on a somewhat cloudy morning in the sunny state of California, so I guess not so sunny, but we are really excited with you to share about Relive and the basic business success training, and you master these basics and really implement them and care for people, and you can really change the world and change your own life as you're doing it. And we got involved with Relive 9 years ago now. It's hard to believe. After my mom and dad got some pretty phenomenal health results, and I saw an opportunity to help people and get paid for it, and that's really was my go button. I've been working in a nonprofit organization for quite some time, and just wasn't making enough to go on dates really with Lauren at the time, and so I thought, hey, maybe this is something that could add a little supplementary income, and I could go down and pay for that 100 miles of gas. And so I hopped in for the business, and really only took the products for the integrity of the business. And little did I know, taking the products, I started sleeping better almost right away. And as time went by, my allergies disappeared, and my immune system just became rock solid, where before had been really weak. And we've continued to get results that have really surprised us, because we thought we were healthy, and I thought I was young, mid-20s, I guess you could say, and active, and just why would I need something extra? But what I've discovered is it really superpowered my body in a way that I just wasn't aware that would happen. And Fit 3 came along this last year, and I've lost about 25 pounds so far, and just feel more active and energetic than I ever imagined I would, because I already thought I was even more supercharged because the Relive I was already taking. So I've absolutely loved what the products have done for me. Lauren will share what's been done for her.
Yeah, thanks. Hi, and good morning, everyone. I am Lauren Laird, and I started taking Relive when Robert started handing me the cans from his master affiliate order. As he said, we were dating at the time, and I thought he was pretty cute, so I said, all right, I'll take this product, and heard these stories and heard the word prevention, and that's really what made sense to me, because Robert's mom had a stroke and my dad had a stroke, and that's not something that I want to deal with in my lifetime, so doing whatever I could do now to avoid that just made sense. So taking Relive consistently, noticed more energy, stronger immune system as well, not dealing with muscle fatigue. I work at Disneyland in entertainment, so I put my body through a whole lot on a daily basis, and just wasn't dealing with the same soreness as before, and just have the ability to recover faster and better. And I love that in my 30s, when I'm working with a lot of people in their early 20s, and they can't do what I can do physically, and so that's awesome. And then Fit 3 came along, and I never ever wanted to work out, never had any interest. My job was always enough for me, but kind of creeping into the 30s, and a pound here, a pound there, and realizing that what I was doing just wasn't enough anymore, and really took a hold of Fit 3, and it's absolutely changed my life. I actually enjoy working out now, which I never thought those words would ever leave my mouth. But I have fun being fit and working out on my lunch, and I feel good, and I'm gaining muscle, and I've lost weight, and I'm fitting into clothes that I haven't been able to fit into, and buying smaller sizes. It's just been so much fun. I'll pass the phone back to Robert.
And as I mentioned originally, the big reason I got into Relive was because I saw a business opportunity, and that business opportunity has been so much more than I ever imagined it could be. The first week I started sharing, hadn't tasted the product, didn't really know what I was doing, and made $50, and Relive has continued to pay us every month since then, and that absolutely blows my mind. But we've made as much as $4,000 through in a one calendar month, and we've earned a couple of trips and a couple of bonuses. And really, we've just done that by helping people. I like to say that we get paid to make friends and make our friends have the opportunity to have a better life. And Relive's really done that. And we've also got help the kids at the Clogers Foundation as well, as we've done that, which is equally awesome and impressive. And I just love that Relive not only helps us help those who can help themselves, but they also let us help those who can't help themselves. So we absolutely love Relive. We love to share it, and we love to build businesses with it. And I found another code, so I'm going to try one more thing to turn the chimes off. There we go. The entry and exit chimes are now off. I found another code, so success. So we want to hear about your successes. Speaking of success, what are you excited about in Relive? I haven't muted the lines or anything yet, but we'd love to hear what are the exciting things that are going on in your lives. Success breeds success, and we always need to be focusing on these wins every week. And that's really one of the reasons that we ask these questions every Saturday morning is as we hear our successes, we can share even more of them and build on them and help cultivate each other and make this thing happen. So who's excited about something? I see Louise is on, and I see her Facebook posts all the time.
Oh, me,
So,
I'm excited.
All right, go for it.
Louise wanted to be first. This is Susan Knowles and Lauren's mom, and I just got out of surgery. Well, it will be 2 weeks Monday, and I'm really excited because last time I had this hip replacement, I think it took me forever. I wish I could remember, but I think it took me forever, and it was before Relive. And now having the second hip replacement or a redo, I don't know what they called it. I am going into my second week with so much more, I won't say energy, but I think I do have more energy, but I'm able to do more this time around. I guess I should have thought of my words. I'm sorry, Lauren. But because I'm taking Relive now, my recovery is going so much smoother. I had PT tell me this week how great I was doing. And I said, okay, if you didn't know that I had just been out of surgery a week and a half ago, where would you say I am in my recovery? He said, oh, about 4 to 5 weeks. I said, oh, yay. And you're not just being kind. He said, no, you're really doing great. He was talking about some of his other patients. So I attribute that to Relive and the fact that my body is getting the nourishment. Thank you, Tammy Martineau. My body's getting the nourishment that it needs to get better quicker. So I just love Relive.
And isn't it awesome that this is, when was your last one, 9 years ago?
Yeah, just
so 9 years
probably.
Later, you're having a quicker recovery. Like, that's just crazy.
It is.
Awesome.
Yay, Mom!
Yay.
So happy for you. That's
Thank you.
fun.
Yay.
Yay!
Fantastic. Who else has something they're excited about?
Well, this is Louise.
There we go. Hey, Louise.
I am excited about Susan's recovery, though. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so great.
Thank you.
I don't know how to express this. I feel like I'm an ALS magnet, and I'm not quite sure how that happened. But just recently, I was referred to a gentleman who has ALS, and he has been on the product for a week and has already seen, I don't know, energy. I don't know how it works because I don't have ALS, but he's excited. And as a result of that, he was talking to his neighbor about heart health. And that has nothing to do with what he's doing, but at any rate, he wasn't interested in the business, of course, but now he's doing the business. So I just laughed.
Hold on, we're getting an echo. Just a second. I'm going to have to ask you to star 6 in just a second, okay, Louise? All right, so hit star 6 and you can continue. That's phenomenal from what I was hearing so far, though. Or we might have lost you. Well, it sounded like on 1 week of the products, her person with ALS is getting fantastic results and is now taking a second look at the business, and that's absolutely incredible. Who else has got something they're excited about? Lauren does.
I just love that being visible and being a friend who comes. You know, we always say people come around, but I have a friend that I work with on a regular basis that has just never been open to the products. She was happy with whatever she was doing, and obviously that's fine. And she's still a great friend. And out of nowhere, she just kind of came up to me and started talking. Okay, tell me about this stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. But apparently, whatever she was taking, her son, who obviously knows more than her, said, that's not really very good what you're taking. And so that spurred on interest in Relive, and so she got started on Thursday, and she came to me Friday, and she goes, oh my gosh, it's light, but I notice a difference, and it's like, I just love it. It's so exciting, and she's one of those people that shares her excitement, so I'm sure that more good things will be coming from that. And I'm going to chime in. Somebody was asking what products my mom was taking. I believe, and Mom, you can correct me if I'm wrong, now Energize Fiber Store, although I think she does half classic now that I just said that. Energize Fiber Store. She added Provantage. That was one that she wasn't taking consistently that Tammy recommended. Artheffect, Lunarich X, and then she takes Reverse Age. I believe that's what Tammy recommended. So I believe that is the regimen that she's been on. 3 shakes a day. Come on, you'd have to press *6, Mom, if any of that is incorrect. But that is what she was taking, or is taking.
And awesome. It's always fun when somebody who isn't interested decides they are and initiates with you. That's fantastic. Anybody else got something they're excited about? You have to *6 to get on the line.
So, Robert, this is Brenda.
Hey, Brenda.
Hey. So I had a situation with my Buick a little bit ago, and I was going somewhere. I went to the bank, and like my power window went down, and then kind of went back up, and then I went someplace else, and I rolled it down again, and then that time it wouldn't go up, and I was like, oh my word, and then I'm driving home, and it starts raining, and then I'm really, I got to get this window up. Anyway, finally got it up, locked them so nobody could put anything down, and realized that I had a problem. So I called the window repair guy, and he actually came out to the house, and we had to repair all 4, and come to find out the 2 back ones weren't even plugged in, so they're not going to work. And anyway, so we're talking, and he's up and down on his knees, quite a bit and stuff. He had this little pad that he kind of put down, and I said, wow, I watched him, was kind of talking to him and stuff, and I said, that's kind of hard on your knees, isn't it? I said, that's like, he goes, yeah, and he was older and stuff, and so we just kind of struck up a conversation, and just sort of in our conversation, I brought up Relive, and we started talking about that, and he goes, wow, tell me more about that, and everything, and so we are going to be in touch. He's interested. He wanted to go share the information with his girlfriend because she has a grandson with autism, and so I'm just excited about that, and we'll just see what happens. So you never know, just, when your conversation and who you're going to meet and what you're going to talk about and how it's going to swing around to Relive.
Totally true, and it was probably a completely natural thing, but probably a little bit uncomfortable. Is that right?
I don't know. It didn't seem too uncomfortable. I'm good at the opportune moments. I just, start talking, and it just sort of slid out, so it wasn't too uncomfortable. But I was excited to share and hope that I can do something that will help make a difference for their family.
That's awesome. I love when we get those little opportune moments and those little promptings that you're just like, this person needs to hear about this. And then it's just on us to open our mouths and share our hearts. That's awesome.
Robert, this is Luann. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Well, I have, first I'm going to start out with, I think I missed an opportunity last night when I went to the store. I have my 91-year-old mom living with me now, and she has a cat. And so I needed to get some cat litter, and of course I got the 35-pound cat litter and lifted it up and put it in the grocery cart. And when I got it up to check out, this young gal, probably in her 20s, she lifted it and she said, "Oh my goodness, how did you lift that?" And I didn't give her quite the right answer. I said, "Well, I do fit 3, and I think it really has helped build my muscles." And so she didn't respond, anything. She just looked at me, and I should have just said to her, "Would you like to know how I do that?" So I kind of missed that a little bit, but hey, it was kind of cool. I could lift the 35 pounds, and she had a struggle with it, and I'm 70 and she's 20. I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, I love the Fit 3, but the other thing is opportunities, moments. With my mom living with me, there's a lot of people in and out of my home with the home health care. And so that's opportunities to talk to them, and blood tests have been run, and my mom's 91, as I mentioned, and, one kidney, and her kidney functions almost normal, where it was under 30% capacity, and looking at dialysis, at age 80. And so, the nurse, they're totally amazed, and taking her to the doctor yesterday, her blood pressure is 121 over 70, and where she was on so many blood pressure medications, and and so she's had that quality of life. But these caregivers, one now is interested in the business, and we've got Bev Bentley coming here to my house next Thursday, and then she'll be in Salt Lake Friday and back to my house Saturday for training. And it's so 2 of them are committed to come. The nurse and the home health care aide. And the aide is really looking for a business because they cut her hours back and they take patients away from her, and she's working another job. Very hardworking lady, and she actually has a degree in a bachelor's degree in nutritional science, but can't get a job because of lack of experience in the field. And so, those opportune moments, they can come no matter what, because I have been a little more confined to my home and trying to work all that out. But they're there if we just look at them, and I'm excited about this, and that Bev's coming also. So that's kind of where I'm at this point.
You're a rock star. That's awesome.
I have to tell you one thing, Robert. I did reach out, and maybe other people have done this, but I have family in Slovenia, and
wow.
I've never met them, but I've developed a relationship with them, and I haven't heard back yet, but I have sent them a private message asking them, because my one cousin goes around, she's very charitable, she sings, she does art, she performs, she's been recognized at the service that she gives over there. And so, and some of them have some health issues, so I just sent her a message and said, hey, you love to travel. I work with a company that, we travel and we feed children, daily. And, it's an awesome company, and we help people with their health and finances. And, do you know anyone there that might need this type of a business? So I'm waiting to see if that does anything. It was just a thought of the moment.
That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to hearing how that goes. That's cool. And just go keep beating 20-year-olds with your weightlifting. That's pretty awesome, too.
Yeah, I know. I felt really good about that. I walked out to my car, and I thought, hey, that's really cool, and even my granddaughter, she tried to lift it out, and she had a hard time, and she's in her 20s, and I just picked it up. And so, hey, fit to your word is building muscle, because I couldn't do that before.
That's awesome. There's a video on that somewhere. That's really cool.
Right.
All right. Well, let's pivot now and turn into business success training. And as we go through the slides today, I have one question that I want you to be thinking about. Bob Montgomery says that what you focus on grows. So what are you focusing on and what's growing? And, really dig deep with that and think about that. And if it's not what you want it to be, maybe it's time to change your focus, and maybe it's time to maybe just expand your focus. There's the old saying that if you aim for the moon and you miss, you'll at least land among the stars. And we need to constantly be thinking bigger and dreaming bigger and really thinking about where we're going to go and writing those down and putting those goals in place. And really, that's how we're going to change the world with Relive. Let's see how I can do this slide thing. So how do you succeed with Relive? We have a circle of success. We have a system. That's something that's incredibly important because both of those are already in place and they work. And so we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just have to plug ourselves into it and start rolling that wheel, and that's the way we get somewhere. So we've got the fundamental steps we'll go through, and it's all about helping new people get into the Relive system. That's our focus as a company. That's our focus of growing businesses is new people. The more new people we have, the faster our businesses will grow, and the bigger they'll grow, and the more lives will be changed. And that's just a fantastic thing to be thinking about.
So we have the circle of success, and the key is taking action now. I love that, I'm trying to think of who it was, Stephanie Collins was saying that when she has somebody that crosses her mind, she immediately calls them because she doesn't want to procrastinate. She wants them to know the urgency of thinking about them. So here we have that circle of success with identify, connect, share the story, ask for decision, register, and go, and clearly also following up every step of the way.
And make sure that you're doing those every day. We have a business. This is basically our job description for our business, and that's how we get this thing where it's going. And there we go. The slides aren't being my friend today. Here we go. So the first one is identify. You want to make a list now. You want to start thinking about people. I think one of the surest ways to succeed in life is to start thinking about how you can help other people. And really, this is one of the most fun parts about Relive that I've been thinking about is who do you know that you'd like to work with, that you'd like to travel with? We just went to Cancun about a month and a half ago, with Christina and all of these great people, hanging out with Tom Pinnock and hanging out with Pam Thielen. We had a blast with, and the Vances and Steve Hastings and Diane Hummel and her kids, and all of these fun people that really created memories that are going to last a lifetime. Ron McCain was there. We had a blast. And really, those are the people that we get to succeed with and do life with and go on these trips with and make memories with. And so start thinking as you're writing your list, who are the people that you like to make memories with? Who are the people that you want to have by your side as you succeed? And one of the things you discover with Relive is as you're building these lists, that might change, that answer might change, and that's okay. And don't restrict yourself to just those, but it's a good starting point. So start thinking of who are 10 people that might be interested in the products, who are 10 people that might be interested in the business, and don't really pre-qualify. Just say, hey, you know what, this might work. This person would be great, putting them on the list. And write why you thought of each person. I know when my parents introduced me to Relive 9 years ago, they had a very direct reason for inviting me to Relive. They thought it was something that would excite me. They thought it was something that I was good at, and they thought I was a leader. And I remember my mom flat out telling me that. And at first, I was kind of like, huh, okay. And it kind of threw me a little bit because it almost seemed too direct. But now that I think back about it, it stuck with me, and it showed that they put the thought into, hey, this is what we're doing. This is you are somebody we want to have be a part of this, and this is why. And it really showed that it wasn't just a blanket thing. So then the next step is, who are the first 5 people you're going to contact? And in our, it says who today, but I think why not contact them today? That's why wait for tomorrow what you can do today. And the quicker you start contacting these people, the sooner you can start building a business, and the sooner you can start really changing lives. And I think that's the most exciting part about Relive is we think about the years that we've gone through is watching a person that's in one place go to another place because you opened your mouth and you shared with the world. And, even hearing Susan's story this morning, I remember I was just coming around when she had her last hip replacement. In fact, Relive had just come into our lives, I think, and or was just coming in. And I remember she didn't sound as vibrant as she sounds right now. She just sounded in pain and tired. And that went on for quite some time. And now you look at her 9 years later, so she's 9 years older, and she's had 9 years more of life. And she sounds excited, she sounds energetic, and she's acting that way too. And I just don't know that many people that are nearly a decade later in life and have a better hip surgery than the first time. Those are the fun things that you get to do as we share Relive with people. There's always new people to talk to, whether it's family, friends, work, church, school, social media, going to Disneyland, anywhere you go, going to the grocery store. There are people that are looking for what we've got. And really it comes down to the way I kind of think of it in my head is, has there ever been a time in my life where if somebody walked up to me and said, hey, are you satisfied with your income? Do you make what you feel you're worth, or do you make enough money every month? I can't think of anybody, myself included, that'd be like, oh, absolutely, I make plenty. Most people are looking to make a little bit of extra money. And so when you start thinking of it that way, you already know the answer is probably at some level in their hearts, yes, I could use what Relive has. Maybe the timing's not right. Maybe not everything else is lined up. But you already know that if you plant that seed, there's a very good possibility it will grow. And so it's a very good thing to be thinking about as you're going about thinking about new people. And make it a game. Find ways to add new people to your list each week. We've kind of gone into game mode down here in Southern California. So we had a plank challenge on Tuesday night, which Katie won just by a schmidgen. And yes, that's a new word I just made up. It's a 8 in the morning word. I don't know, but we've always had fun, but we're taking what Tom Pinnock said personally. We're making it even more fun because he says if you're not having fun, you're done. So think of a way to make it fun. Think of a way to make it a game.
Next, we want to connect. And actually, as I was listening to Robert, he kind of went into some of this already. But share your excitement and why you thought of them. And as he was talking about looking for leaders and just talking to them as to why you thought of them, I was actually thinking of some conversations I've had just, building people up. That's what we're here on earth to do, is love on each other and build each other up. And that's, I think, a core aspect of Relive as well, building people up and making them feel as special as they are. But, what good qualities do they have, and let them know why it is that you thought of them or why they would be good at this, whether, their heart is huge, or they have a passion for nonprofit, or they just care about other people. And, just start the process of seeing if they're open to learning about Relive, and use company tools to validate. A friend earlier this week, actually Christina and I were kind of a gal that we work with. We were using each other and each other's confidence and stories and whatever to share with a gal. And I had, Christina had started the conversation, and I had opened up too, and I said, oh, you should check out this video. And she loved the videos, and she loved Christina's stories, and it was just amazing. And at the end, she said, I was waiting for payday, and I'm waiting, just trying to figure out which product to order. But she's excited. She actually got injured at work, and so she's excited as to what Relive can do for her in her recovery. And she has a heart of gold, so I'm absolutely going to make sure she knows about the business opportunity. She's a strong, silent type, but you could just tell that she's the biggest sweetheart, as I've had this opportunity to get to know her more in the process of sharing Relive. But that's what I love too, is that as you meet new people and share Relive with them, it gives you the opportunity to get to know more people, and that's always a good thing as well. And your goals, set an appointment, whether it's a Tuesday night meeting or a webinar, perhaps a coffee date at Starbucks, or inviting them to come over to your house or their house. It almost makes it harder, but it's easy at the same time that there's so many different options, whatever works for them. It's just whatever makes them comfortable. And thinking back about, squares and circles and squiggly lines from a conference a couple of years ago, but, whatever works for them, it's just about helping them and putting them in the best position to learn about Relive.
That's exactly right. And it's really about connecting with people. As I was listening to Lauren talk, it's not only connecting them with Relive, but it's connecting at a deep level that you can understand, hey, this person is really going to do well coming to a Tuesday night and connecting with Christina and Kevin and Lauren and all of these people that we have on Tuesday night. And then there's other people, I think if I'd have been invited to a Tuesday night the first time, it would have completely overwhelmed me. I'm not a natural group type person. I'm more of on the introverted end of things. That might be a surprise for some people. But, different people connect with different things. And my parents either wisely or just didn't know, and that's just what happened. But they put me on a PowerPoint over the phone with one of our upline, and I think that was a really wise thing because that met me where I was at. And I think so often what we do in Relive is we're there to help people where they're at get to somewhere better. And so yeah, absolutely what Lauren said, get them to whatever's best for them, and that's a good thing. There's a lot of different opening sentences you can use, but really what it comes down to is show people that you care. You say, hey, how is it going? I think I don't know that I've ever used any of the first three, but for me personally, the how are you method works very well. And then I actively listen. I want them to know that we care. I want them to know that if they're telling me about their I don't know, something going on in their family or something that they're struggling with, I want them to know that that's my number one priority and that they're my number one priority. And everything else comes secondary because, as Bob Montgomery says, he likes to walk around imagining that people have a thing on their forehead that says, I'm important. So, that's what we do. We treat people as they're important because they are. And then we use tools and stories to validate. You hear, that's what Christina and Lauren were doing, is they were using each other as stories and tools to validate the message that they were sharing. And that's really where it comes down to sharing the Relive story. Start with your story. Share your why, share your belief, share your heart. It's very easy for me to share my Relive story with new people because my belief goes so deeply, having watched the results that my mom got as they were happening. That definitely burned I don't know if it burned, but it built something very strong it burnt a fire within me to recognize how amazingly powerful these products are. And then you go and something like Fit3 comes along, and I look at the results we're getting both in our house and then different people around us. And it's very easy for me to share my belief and my heart with Relive, and then my why as well. But it's a really good place to start is just share your heart, be vulnerable with them, make a connection with them as you share your story. And then you want to make sure that you're sharing the entire Relive story. You start with you, and then you blossom out. And that's sharing the whole products, that's sharing the business, that's sharing. I always share the Clogers Foundation in everything that I do. Sometimes that means it gets a quick sentence here or there if I'm sensing the person's really not into that kind of thing. And other times I go into our trips and the different things that the Relive Clogers Foundation is doing around the world if I sense that's really a passion point. I was on a conference call with Hour of Power about a month ago, and we'd all just gotten back from different places. And so this person in Akron, Ohio said, hey, Robert, tell us about Haiti. And it ended up being the first 10, 15 minutes of our conference call because they're all like-minded people that really want to make a difference in the world. So that was a really cool opportunity for Relive to come up on a multi-state front at one time. But we have a lot of presentation tools. We have the opportunity book. We have slides. We have videos. We literally have it so you can be anywhere with anyone and you can share the Relive story. whether it's on your iPad or a booklet or whatever it is that you have, even your phone, you can share Relive, and that's an absolutely fantastic thing. There's online, there's relive.com/get started, which is fantastic. There's webinars, which are incredible tools because you can share Relive at any time you want. I remember when I got started, I was working or trying to introduce Relive to people that worked till 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and then they slept in the morning. And I remember talking to our upline, I'm like, these people, they're up late at night. What do I do? Like, nobody's awake. And they're like, well, we'll get up for you. And I'm like, great. Well, now you don't have to wait for them to get up. You can just connect them with the webinar and then ask what they liked about it afterwards, and that's a fantastic thing. And then introduce your upline and other Relive stories, because that's really where this business gets strong, is we're in a relational business, and you think of the people that are in Relive, and they are some of the most fantastic people in the world. So one, isn't that...
They are the most fantastic people in the world.
So one, isn't that something you want to share with people? And two, as we share these friendships and these relationships with our new friends, we're helping build them up, and we're showing them that they're important enough that I connected you with my friend Louise. They're important enough that I connected you with Roger Broberg, whoever it is. And that's a statement. I don't think we realize what a statement we're making when we connect people with other people that are important to us. And that's a really cool thing that I love about Relive. You want to just say that, Miss?
Sure. I think we've covered this pretty well, but there's so many opportunities to help people get engaged within Relive. I mean, there's so many times where I wish I could just picture me with my fingers at my temples right now and just go, and then zap everything I know about Relive and just zap it into the brain of the person that I'm sharing Relive with. There's so much to Relive, and I know that everybody on this call feels the exact same way. Just the heart behind Relive and just the feeling in your heart, sharing this passion and this conviction inside of you. But, meetings, events, and home parties, webinars, conferences, Chicago, it's going to be so much fun this summer. The magazine, blog, video tools, upline. You don't have to know it all, and I think that's what's exciting too, is just leaning on the expertise of others, being honest, if you're new, and just saying, hey, I'm really excited, and this is something that I love and I'm excited about, and I care about you, and I feel like you deserve to know all that I've seen. But like Robert said earlier, there's a built-in success system, and it's just about plugging people in.
And one thing I'm going to add, as Lauren was speaking, it just popped in my head, is you don't have to know it all, and they don't have to know it all the first time either. One of the things I think that was done right with me is I was given bits of information as I got more excited. So I wasn't given the whole kit and caboodle the first time I heard about Relive. At first was, this is why my hip doesn't hurt anymore after going boogie boarding. And then it was a little bit, this is what we did with the business. And I love that as I've been given more and more as years have gone by, I've loved the company more and more. We don't have to worry about them, where's the other foot going to drop or whatever like that going to be. What we do have to worry about is hosing them down and giving them too much information too fast and then missing out on the awesomeness that's Relive.
Ask for a decision. I think that's sometimes the hardest thing is you're there at the end, or whether it's a whole presentation, or even if you just sent a short video or we're on a call, just saying, hey, so what do you think? What interests you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how interested are you in the products? How interested are you in the business? And be silent, let them think, and let them answer you. And know that sometimes it's okay, some people kind of show this wishy-washy kind of a answer, and sometimes it's okay to take it away and say, this might not be for you, and that's okay. I'm going to care about you anyway. And sometimes, no, I am interested. Or, sometimes it gives the opportunity for them to say, now it's not the right time, or, I've been looking at this or looking at that, and, just getting an honest answer out of them. And sometimes it's okay to be blunt and just say, this is what, this is what's offered to you. This is what we have, and does it interest you? But being ready for their answer, whatever it is, whether it be products or business, help them succeed as fast as you can. Register online or forms or calling Relive. There's so many different options. Once again, whatever you're comfortable with and whatever makes them comfortable as well. And where do you want to get started with the business? Ask questions, listen, make some recommendations. I see that and I say that. I'm reading the slide and then I realize Quila's story of, 25% would be a great place to start. And they go, thinking about that master affiliate. So, not assuming one way or another, but just seeing where they are and showing them all the options. Who do you know that can benefit from the Relive products? And then asking for a decision with the business as well. I think the key to success there is getting them success as fast as possible. And Luann and Roger were talking about that recently. And actually, I had a similar conversation with Tom Pinnock of, how do you keep somebody in Relive? And it's getting them a paycheck. It's getting them, having them build their excitement. But once you start making money, it opens up your eyes as to what is possible and how easy it is to be successful and to share hope with other people.
And really, life's all about decisions, and both with the business and the products and every step along the way. The way I like to think of it is every time you're reaching the end of a conversation, you have a choice. And they can go right, they can go left, and that's totally fine, whatever they want. And this just continues on with that. But, maybe you've just shared about Relive for the first time. Would you like to hear more about Relive? Yes or no? And they're going to say yes or they're going to say no. And if they say yes, then you connect with them at a time, set the appointment for when they're going to hear about Relive. And if they say no, you put them in the parking lot and you say, thank you. Maybe, do you know anybody else that'd like to hear about this? And then if you get down to the decision point, they've heard about Relive, and you can ask, would you like to do the business? Yes, great. Then you ask the next yes or no question of what level, or I guess this wouldn't be yes or no, but where would you like to start the business? And then it's being ready to do whatever that answer is. If they want to hear more about Relive, give them more information about Relive. If they want to get started in the business, get them started in the business. If they want to start with the products, what I guess is what's first, help them succeed the best you can with the products. Help them know what they want to do, know why they want to do it. When we do the business and when we help people with the products, it's really the same thing. We're helping somebody realize a dream that they have, whether it's feeling better about their back or feeling better about their paycheck. And so as we're helping people with their products, did you shake it today? Are you consistent? Is it going through day 1 and 3? Results are you seeing so far? With Fit 3, it's even easier now because you don't wait till day 3. You literally are connecting every day of, hey, did you try this today? What different way are you planking? We had an interesting question yesterday about planking, whether it would be better one way or another, and both are totally acceptable, and that's okay too. Or hey, do you guys want to go on a hike this weekend? Fit 3 has really made the register and go process, I think, that much easier. Throw them in your Facebook group. Throw them on the Fit 3 Facebook group. And then they're getting that built-in follow-up, and that just gets the excitement going even more. And then always be asking for referrals. Who do you know that could benefit from these products or this business opportunity? Who do you know that could use a little extra money? Who do you know that could use a little extra energy? Really, it comes down to use common sense, though. It's really investing in people and helping them get what they want. And same goes for the business. Help them build their list and identify people. Help them connect with people. Help share your story. Help them set appointments. Help them ask the questions that are going to help continue the conversation, because that's really what this is about. It's a conversation about Relive and how it can change your life. And if I can help you change your life, would you be interested in hearing about that? I'm not necessarily going to change your life for you, but I'm going to empower you to do that, and I will be there with you every step of the way. Is this something that sounds interesting to you? And a lot of people will say yes to that. And then it goes into reviewing the basics of running a Relive business. At the end of the day, we are a business just like every other entity, it seems like, in life that's doing anything remotely with goods or service. And so there is an element of ordering and registering people and knowing your way around the relive.com website and making sure you know your way around your website. One of the best things you can be doing is in a conversation, maybe like Luann had at the store, where you can say, oh, yeah, you need to go here, and then you're going to see a big purple box, and it says fitness. Click on that. And then you can walk your way through your slide or through your website, and you can help people. It gives a comfort to it. When you know what you're talking about and you've got that strength, you don't have to be the smartest person in the world. You just have to be the most comforting, and that gives them a feeling of security as they're looking into this. And then also review the Relive system. Go through exactly what we've gone through this morning and help people know what it is that it takes to succeed. And that really comes down to helping other people and setting them into the system, connecting them into the system. We have a ton of Relive tools. I'm going to just shout out the social media realm is going fantastic right now. They've been posting up lots of resources there and investing there, and that's absolutely fantastic because that's a very important part about being part of being visible in this day and age. You can do wearing your Relive shirt. You can wear or put not stickers, magnets on your car. Carry your shaker cup around. There's lots of different ways that you can be visible, and then you can use these tools to even validate your visibility as well. And so whether it's using the website, using videos, using webinars, using pamphlets or flyers or the lifestyle. I mean, that lifestyle magazine that was focused on Fit3, I would always be carrying one of those with me just because you never know when somebody's going to ask, in the store, on a plane, wherever, Starbucks, what are you doing? You lost a lot of weight, looks like. Or you look like you have much more energy, or you look much more fit. And then you say, well, look at this. And it keeps things very simple, and you can move along quickly.
I love the Relive system. There's always something to be doing on a weekly basis. Presentation, in-home, meetings, upline, three-way calls, trainings, webinars. But at the same time, kind of all around the year, the different BLT trainings and conferences. And the whole goal is just getting new people involved. I love that it still says Matt in the slides. I realize that. But there's always something to be plugging people into, always things to be looking forward to be building for events and otherwise. And the goal is just, like I said, new people, and just building that excitement.
Sweet. Save the date. We've got the international conference coming on July 27th through 29th in Schaumburg, Illinois. I have a hard time saying that every time. But don't miss it. Leaders go to conference, and leaders bring people to conference. So be thinking not only I'm going to be there, but who's coming with me? And let's make this the absolute best conference ever. It's going to be a Fit3 related conference, and it's going to be fantastic. I can guarantee it. Just looking at everything else that's going on with the company, this is going to be something that we look back at and say, remember when we were in Illinois and we had that conference in 2017 and just how much of a game changer it was. And, leaders go to conference, and it always boosts your business. And so it's a good investment, and it's really going to take you a lot further with this company. And then also set your sights in Sedona. You can get there as well. And that's the leadership celebration. You get to the ambassador level, or you can get to senior director level for 2 months in a row. And that's just a fantastic thing to do. Every time Relive offers a trip, you should set your sights on the trip and be thinking about how am I going to get myself onto that trip.
Oh, I was going to say top 5 as well.
Oh, and the top 5, yes, absolutely. I totally spaced that one. But be thinking about how am I going to get myself on that trip. And so you've got Sedona coming up. You've got whatever, if it's Cancun or whatever that's going to be, variation of for next year coming up. And be thinking, 1, how can I get to Sedona? And then 2, how can I get to whatever the next trip is? And be thinking ahead for that. And that's a fantastic thing. Yes, reach senior director twice in a year, and that's a good point to be making. And then it's all about engaging your team. Develop your library of stories, your upline, downline, other distributors. Use the tools and the Relive system, really what it comes down to is if you want to build ambassadors, you build relationships. Tom Pinnock talks about how he does life with the people that he brought into Relive. He knows everything about them, what their happy points have been, what their sad points are, their happiest moments, and their most tragic. And he lives life with those people that he brings into Relive, and we need to be doing the same thing. That's the way that we build this business, because that's a true investment in people. And when we invest in people, that's where you can really help people change the world. You look at all of the great leaders of the world through history, and generally each of them have a core group of people that they changed the world with, that were just surrounding them, and they were their absolute fantastic team. And we need to build those teams up as well. Stay engaged to what's going on in Relive. There's emails, there's calls, webinars, blogs, social media. Make sure you're getting on the podcast or that call as well, because Tom and Tina are fantastic, and you could win a water bottle. That's always fun too. And then set goals. Do you know where you want to go? And I think one of the things to do is set big goals. Set big goals and really pursue them and really focus on them. And if you keep your eyes on the prize, you can get just about anywhere. And just make sure you're running that race towards your goal. You're not focusing on each hurdle. You're instead focusing on the goal and just leaping past those hurdles and leaping over them. And then stretch your thinking, and then stretch your downline thinking too as you're setting those goals. Make them a little bit bigger. Help them get somewhere they haven't been before. We heard where did we hear it? I think it was at the last BLT that you don't have to break out of your comfort zone. You just have to get to the edge of it, because then you can see so much further. And I think that's what we need to keep continuing to do. Be thinking about what it'll take to make key director in however many months if you're not there. And if you are there, be thinking about who's the next key director that's going to be in your organization. And really invest in those people and cultivate them and help them get what they want, and really help them achieve their goals. And then duplicate. We're in a business where we just continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, and that's invest in people and help them get what they want. And then we help them do that with other people. And as we continue to do that with all that we've got, whether it's the incredible business opportunity, the incredible products, Fit3, you heard just a couple of the stories this morning, but all the other products as well, as you think of Susan's recovery. We have got the best of the best products, the best of the best business, and the best of the best leadership. And so really it comes down to not keeping the best to ourselves, but sharing it with other people and constantly asking, who's next? All right, let's go do this, everybody. Let's make it a great week, and we will see you soon. And we'll see you in Illinois. That's where we'll see you.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Make it a great day.